Thanks to Disney, I'll be launching a very special giveaway for the Cinderella Signature Collection Edition closer to release. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay tuned to find out when and how you can enter to win yourself a copy. Disney's ultimate fairy tale returns for a whole new generation as 1950s animated masterpiece Cinderella waltzes back onto home media as the newest title in the Walt Disney Signature Collection. Of course, Cinderella has previously been released on Blu-ray as part of the Diamond Edition collection back in 2012. However, with that edition out of print, it will once again be available on home media for the first time in several years, and complemented by new releases of its two sequels, and the live-action remake which will make its debut on 4K Ultra High Definition. In this video, I'll take a look at all the details of all the different versions of Cinderella releasing across the US and Canada, and when you can court them in store and on digital platforms. Additionally, I'll briefly take a look at the specs and special features that we can expect to find, and then deliver my final thoughts on the new edition and ask the age-old question, is it worth the upgrade? As always, I will also leave Amazon affiliate links down below for those who wish to purchase the movie. On your screen is the list of topics that I'll be covering in this video. If you're more interested in checking out some over others, then please feel free to skip forward via the time codes I provided down below in the comments. Otherwise, you are of course more than welcome to stick it with me for the long run. In the US and Canada, Cinderella's Walt Disney Signature Collection Edition will be breezing onto physical home media on the 25th of June 2019, but will be available to purchase on digital HD 1 week earlier on the 18th of June 2019. Cinderella will release on the Signature Collection as a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital multi-screen edition. Unlike the previous signatures, The Little Mermaid and The Lion King, Cinderella will not receive a 4K release. As The Little Mermaid's 4K launch day and date with the Blu-ray, I wouldn't hold your breath for a 4K edition of Cinderella anytime soon, if ever. I actually quite like the artwork chosen on this edition. It's simple with stunning soft colours and actually looks like decent effort has gone into creating a new cover instead of relying on reusing old clip art. Judging by those sparkles on the cover, if this is anything like the Beauty and the Beast signature release, we may get some nice holofoil and glitter effects on the slipcover for this one. As per usual, Best Buy will offer an exclusive steelbook of the release as a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital set. This release features stunning, minimalist modern artwork featuring Cinderella and the Prince in an almost ink blot design. I think this is a pretty cool design template that would have been really great to have featured across the entire Signature Collection instead of the wildly varying covers we've had so far. It would be great to have a concise collection of steelbooks. How great would they look? But you know, Disney and consistency, almost non-existent. Additionally, Target will offer an exclusive digibook edition as a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital combo pack, complete with a limited edition filmmaker gallery and storybook. I love the artwork featured here, and I actually kind of wish that this is what had been chosen for the cover of the main edition. The Target editions have actually featured some of the best artwork for these releases so far. Additionally, the two Cinderella sequels, Dreams Come True and A Twist in Time, will also be re-released on Blu-ray as a two-movie collection, Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital multi-screen edition. This edition, however, will only be available exclusively to the Disney Movie Club. It will also be released on June 25, 2019. And although the animated Cinderella won't be receiving a 4K release, the 2015 live-action remake will debut on the format as a 4K plus Blu-ray plus digital Ultimate Collector's Edition. This is one of my favourite Disney remakes and one of the most stunningly vibrant so far that I am sure will shine on 4K Ultra High Definition. A little disappointed that they didn't go with a new artwork for this one, as I already own the original Blu-ray which features the same artwork, but I guess it matches the signature quite well, so I don't have a huge problem with it. Best Buy will offer an exclusive steelbook edition of this release as well in this nicely designed edition. These two will be available on June 25, 2019. When it comes to the signature editions, I'm continually asked one question. Are we getting a new transfer or the same one that was previously featured on the Diamond Edition release? For Cinderella, I've had this question more than any other release so far, due to the Diamond release featuring a few anomalies in the transfer. Cinderella's Diamond came out at a time when it was pretty normal for Disney to use heavy digital noise reduction on their remasters, scrubbing the images clean of any filmic grain, and presenting them as if we were looking directly at the artwork. I don't have an enormous issue with this on on most titles. However, on some, the DNR was so aggressive that it rubbed away not only grain, but detail in the animation, leaving smudgy lines and waxy images. Cinderella was one such title that was hit fairly heavily with the DNR brush. However, it certainly wasn't one of the worst culprits, and save for a couple of questionable sequences, the diamond image is pretty stunning and practically perfect on the most part. Colours were also an issue on this original release for some, with many film fans noticing that the diamond's colour grade didn't match the previous editions in some sequences, with some complaining that Cinderella's dress was wrongly coloured. This is not something that I ever had an issue with myself, but it definitely was an issue for many purists. So with the Signature Edition, will we be getting a new remaster? Well, it's kind of unclear at this point. The press release doesn't mention a new transfer, and the fact that the film won't be debuting on 4K has me a little skeptical that the film hasn't received an entirely new transfer. I would assume if it had been given one, it would have been mastered in 4K and thus warranted a physical 4K release too. Though it is possible that Disney's traditionally animated movies haven't been selling too well on 4K, or they just assumed that an older movie like Cinderella wouldn't sell on the format. However, here is a small selection of stills that I've been sent by Disney to complement their press release, and assuming that these are actually taken from the Signature Master and aren't just generic artwork scans, it certainly looks like we might in fact have a new transfer on our hands. Quickly comparing to my Diamond Edition, the colours here look brighter and more vibrant, lines are finer, detail is sharper, and the overall image is clearer and crisper. There seems to be very little grain here except on the background art, but it doesn't seem that whatever DNR process has been applied to the cell work has been to the detriment of the film itself. Now this of course does not confirm a new master. It is quite possible that the existing 4K scan produced for the Diamond has simply undergone a newly refined DNR pass, color correction, and 4K output. While Little Mermaid did in fact receive an entirely new master, some of the previous editions that did however receive new passes which fixed certain animation, visual, and audio anomalies, so it is possible that that is what we're looking at here. If these are in fact stills from the Signature's transfer, they look gorgeous. We won't know for sure until the Blu-ray is released, but if these truly are stills from a new transfer, I'm absolutely gutted we're not getting a 4K release of this. This brings us onto the specs. Cinderella's Signature Edition release will feature the same 7.1 DTS HD Master Audio soundtrack from the Diamond Edition, and the Digital Edition will feature a 7.1 Dolby Digital Plus track. The fact that the digital version of the movie doesn't offer a new Atmos track gives me even less hope that any new mastering has been done on this release. Cinderella's Signature Edition will only be bundled with 2 new bonus features, however one of them in particular may in fact be the most substantial signature bonus we've received thus far. The feature in question is, in Walt's words, Enhanced Edition. A special edition of Cinderella featuring fascinating production details, original storyboards, archival photos, thumbnail sketches, and transcripts as you watch the feature film. The other new feature on offer is a little bit more fluffy. Try this trivia on for size. Join Ruth Riggi and Ava Kolker from Disney Channel's Sydney to the Max and put your knowledge of Cinderella to the test. While these aren't exactly new featurettes, the Cinderella Signature Edition will offer a number of Art of Cinderella photo galleries of concept art, character model sheets, story sketches, live action reference, pencil animation, and behind the scenes stills that were not present on the previous Blu-ray release. While Cinderella's new bonuses may not be bountiful in number, they are certainly plentiful in substance. If I'm reading this correctly, the Enhanced Edition feature may actually see the return of the old Cine Explore visual commentary that was an absolute highlight of Disney Diamond and Platinum editions, and easily my favourite features ever offered on Disney Blu-rays. If this is the case, this will be worth the price of admission alone. The amount you will learn while watching the movie is insurmountable, and no other featurette could quite match it. And while the trivia feature seems like a bit of a fluffy piece for the kids, the added art galleries are certainly a nice bonus. Sadly, it seems that there's no stories from Walt's office featurette on this set, but the enhanced edition feature should more than truly make up for that. It also seems, thankfully, there will be no digital-only exclusives for Cinderella's Signature Edition. With that out of the way, how about the almost 3.5 hours worth of bonus features from the Diamond Edition? How much of this makes its way onto the physical disc? Unfortunately, as is often the case with these signatures, not much. Out of the brilliant selection of features from the Diamond Edition, the only ones to find themselves ported to the new release are the 4 HD featurettes originally created for the Diamond release. That is, of course, the Diane Disney Miller Cinderella film intro, the Real Fairy Godmother featurette, Behind the Magic, a new Disney Princess Fairyland, and the Magic of the Glass Slipper featurette. Unfortunately, the 2.5 hours worth of classic features from the Platinum Edition DVD, which were also included on the Diamond Blu-ray, including the lengthy 40-minute making of Cinderella, the wonderful 20-minute tribute to the 9 Old Men, the 15-minute exploration of the art of Mary Blair, and 30 minutes worth of archival recordings, amongst others, won't find themselves ported onto the Signature Blu-ray, and according to the press release, won't be on the digital edition either, though I wouldn't be surprised if they did end up on the digital release in the end. It's very sad to see none of these substantial and incredibly important features ported across the new edition, but I'm kind of getting used to it now. I don't mind too much personally, as I own the Diamond Edition, but it saddens me for the new generation of consumers who won't get to own these features, physically at least. Cinderella is an absolute masterpiece of Disney animation and one of Walt Disney's greatest achievements, with stunning art design from the incomparable Mary Blair. I'm a little saddened that this classic feature won't be getting a new 4K release, but I didn't really expect one. It would, however, be really fantastic to finally get to see some of these classics on that format. So, the million-dollar question is it worth the upgrade? As mentioned, this Blu-ray release will more likely feature the exact same transfer as the Diamond, if not a slightly modified version, and while it offers an incredible sounding new in-depth feature of the kind that we haven't seen on Disney Blu-rays for close to a decade, it does emit around 2.5 hours of fairly substantial material. For a first-time buyer, it's pretty sad that you won't be able to get these features physically, but I do think the enhanced edition feature should take some of that edge off. If you really want to own some of those older features, it may be worth trying to track down either a copy of the Diamond Blu-ray or the Platinum DVD if you can get either of them at a good price, but I would still recommend the new Signature Edition for the sole fact that it offers up something substantially new and unique. However, if you already own the Diamond Edition and are considering the Signature, I say that, assuming that those stills we looked at earlier are indicative of a new transfer, this is definitely worthy of an upgrade. If it turns out that these stills are just generic artwork scans, I still say that this edition is worth picking up, with that enhanced edition justifying the price tag alone. For me, I will certainly be picking up the new release to add to my collection, and I cannot wait to watch the film with that enhanced track over the top. I'll also be grabbing myself a copy of the live-action remake in 4K, and while I only just rewatched it recently, I am dying to see it in all its HDR glory. I personally won't be picking up the new edition of the sequels. I'm not a huge fan of them, I already own them, and this new edition really offers nothing new except a new cover, which I think is inferior to the previous release anyway. And at that, it's over to you guys out there. What are your thoughts on the Cinderella Signature Edition releases? Fire away in the comments below and let me know, will you be picking it up or throwing it a hard pass? Once again, stay tuned to my channel as I'll be launching a special giveaway for this title, and we'll also be producing a review and unboxing soon before release. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now, and also hit that like button down below if you're feeling extra generous. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.